Only 2 days ago, a state of national emergency was declared in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If you recall, we had warned Nigeria, we had warned the world. This was likely to happen, and it is happening. Nigerians voted en masse for change, and something else happened, and the result is what we saw 2 days ago. School abductions in hundreds, senior army officers killed in public. This would never have happened if Labour Party had formed the government of Nigeria. We are committed to changing this. We are committed to securing Nigeria, ensuring prosperity, peace, and stability in this great creation of Almighty God. The insecurity we see today is largely attributed to the poor earnings of security agencies, of teachers, of all forms of workers. It is directly linked to the poor earning power of all trades and businesses in Nigeria. We are going to change this. We are going to ensure realistic living wages for all workers in Nigeria. I invite everyone to underline what I have just said, because this is going to play a key role from now to 2027 and beyond. I conclude by reiterating that we shall continue our reconciliation movements. All as sundry are welcome to work with us respectfully, peacefully, for the sake of our dear country. I thank you very much.
On the big stage of Nigeria, insecurity remains a big problem. What are you likely to do about it? Because we've seen a general, who rose to the highest level in the military, who promised to deal with insecurity. He's not been able to do it. Another general says his government is overwhelmed. How do you intend to tackle that so that Nigerians can feel safe?
Ruben, when you deal with security, there's two forms of security. There's what you call natural security and defensive security. The natural security is that people must have food on their table. If you don't know where the next meal will come from, you are a tool for anything that is wrong. So you have to start pulling people out of poverty. In the defensive security, which is because all this banditry, everything you're seeing, kidnapping 80 people, taking people, putting them in house, kidnapping and all that, the agitation, everything is cumulative effect, I said everything, of leadership failure, of not investing in the human beings by making sure they have a means of livelihood. Now they don't have a means of livelihood. They are trying to take revenge on the society, which will eventually take revenge on them because the place will be collapsed. So, what you need to do is aggressively genuinely start pulling people out of poverty. It's been done everywhere in the world. Then, on the defensive security, is a renewable asset. Security is not something you wait until there's an issue and you start reacting. You need to be doing procurement of necessary equipment, employment of necessary manpower. Nigeria is the only country I know with this big size, with one single policing. No, shouldn't be. There should be policing at all levels, local government, state government, coordinated with the central one, and you have to start putting the manpower is low. We cannot have Egypt having almost the number they have, and look at where we are. So we need to increase number. We need to do more in terms of investment in security. Security is an intangible asset. One of the greatest contributors to your GDP is actually security, because the investor have to be safe that if he comes here, he will go back with his money. and it's affecting in any way. I was discussing with someone saying, oh, we can't find money. I said, let me tell you, today, you pay in your Eurobond issue as a country, you pay 7 to 8%. So if we take it that we're owing $100 billion, it might not be all in dollars because we have the Naira component. But even let me take even all of it, that you're paying an average of about 10% when you combine Naira and this thing. But if you have security, like it's in Morocco, you know how much Morocco pays for its Eurobond? 2% because the people who are investing here are not taking risks, so they demand more. Imagine you have $100 billion and your interest rate on the average is about, say, 10%. I put look at it, might be below, it might be a little, but you're paying about 10 billion to service the debt, just to pay interest. Imagine if you do the right things and it's 5%. You have 5 billion savings, and you throw just half of that in your security. You secure the Ruben, when we look at these things at times, when people make it look complicated, Ruben have South Anambra State where there was zero income. And we came with the money we saved. There's so many things to chop down here and provide security, both natural and defensive. It's something you spend every day. Don't wait until they come and carry 5 people in your village. Ruben, when I moved into Anambra, there was the issue of security. We sat down with that unions, we sat down with this, and everybody. Go, before I left, every community in Anambra State have a functional security paid by government, provided with vehicle, and every gadget they need. And I asked them, it's still. So that is the way to, and you have to do it annually. It's not something you spend this year and say, okay, I gave you money last year. Otherwise, America won't be doing huge budget for security, for defense. It's there like all over the world. And they're still employing more and more people and everything. If you look at some of our men, they're tired. We need to support them. They need the moral booster. There's so many things. The army is not getting all the army, police, everybody. We need to do more.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Peter Obi, for joining us today.
School abductions in hundreds, senior army officers killed in public. This would never have happened if Labour Party had formed the government of Nigeria. We are committed to changing this. We are committed to securing Nigeria, ensuring prosperity, peace, and stability in this great creation of Almighty God.